Hello everyone, welcome to another Vintage Cube draft. This is going to be my last draft of this season. The cube is going down in just about 2 hours, so yeah, this will be the farewell cube, and pretty great to open Mox Pearl. Maybe I'll keep an eye on this Stoneforge Mystic, maybe that will wheel. That'll go really nice with this. So not trying to do anything in particular today, just going to try to draft a solid deck. There are a lot of good choices here. I am inclined to take Venser. I don't want to move into white too quickly, although you could, having the Mox Pearl. It's really good in mono white. If I was to do that, I would take the Swords to Plowshares. Wow, and we get past Tinker and Lion's Eye Diamond. So combo is looking like a thing here. I do really like playing with Tinker, but I think it's a little weaker than it once was. Reanimate is another strong combo card. I'm just going to take the Tinker. Speculate on that. Yeah, I've really enjoyed playing Vintage Cube this time around, and really happy to see how big the format has become. You know, I think must have started 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe even longer. I think that's when I first started playing, at least, but it used to be a lot smaller, only really available during the holidays, and yeah, now you can play Vintage Cube something like 3 months out of the year. That's pretty awesome. There's not anything great to take out of this pack. Maybe Pia and Kira Nalar. It's kind of good in a Tinker deck. Makes 2 artifacts. Blue-red is a decent artifact color combo. There's a Signet that goes with Tinker, and it helps me ramp up to 4. There's not too much else in the pack, so I'll take it. Okay, and now I passed this Pestermite in the second pack. Second pick, I mean, and now there's Splinter Twin, so I feel like I'm in a pretty good position to take Splinter Twin. The Storm cards look like they are drying up a little bit. There was Probe in the last pack. Any deck would be happy to have Probe, and now there's Underworld Breach. Storm is definitely still a possibility. And my start is like kind of good for Storm because I have a Mox, Signet, Tinker. So I think I'm going to speculate on the Breach. This card has been really good in the Storm decks. Wow, 8th pick Uro. And Grist, and Imperial Recruiter, Faithless Looting, all pretty strong cards. Maybe I'll take the Looting because it's good in Storm, and it will be playable in the Splinter Twin deck. I do like Recruiter. Yeah, this is kind of a tough pick because I don't know what archetype I'm in. Recruiter might be a little bit better in Twin. Ketria Triome, Forest Island Mountain, that looks pretty good. My mana. Lotus Bloom did table, so that's going to be good. If I get Bolas's Citadel, which I will be looking to get the Citadel with the Tinker. So we're not necessarily like in combo, but we have a lot of good cards if combo presents itself. Okay, the Lion's Eye Diamond wheeled. Yeah, I definitely did not plan to force Storm going into this, and the Electromancer wheeled. I think LED is a little bit more important. So yeah, Storm just looks open, so I guess I'm just going to go into it. When Storm's open, it is playable. I'll call it, that's what I'll call it. I don't know if it's good. Definitely playable. But this is starting to look like a good Tinker deck. We already have 3 artifacts that are cheap. But yeah, just to continue on my general thoughts about Vintage Cube, I really do love this format. feel like it's pretty much the best draft format there is. You know, booster draft is great to play with new cards and stuff like that, but really nothing beats Vintage Cube for the flexibility and the variety of archetypes. You know, even just the Storm deck that I have coming together right now is a great example of how different Vintage Cube is, even from something like Legacy Cube, where Storm used to be supported in Legacy Cube, and it was just so bad. It was so utterly unplayable that finally the designers just mostly took the Storm cards out. And but yeah, it's just an example of a niche archetype that you can play in Vintage Cube once you have all the broken stuff like Moxen and Black Lotus. But even setting aside Storm, just the variety of different effects in the format just make it such a pleasure to draft. And yeah, I'm just really happy that there are a lot of other people playing and watching videos and just making the format bigger and better. So, and yeah, this pack is pretty good. It's honestly possible that I can take Wheel of Fortune here, then take Mind's Desire and get Pyretic Ritual on the very last pick. But yeah, I think Wheel of Fortune is the most important card of those three. Wow, and then we get past Soul Ring, so someone must have opened like Ancestral Recall here, or maybe Black Lotus, but yeah, Soul Ring, this is perfect for the Tinker deck. Baral could wheel, Miscalc probably will not wheel. And yeah, I'm still looking for something to tinker into. And now we get past Time Twister, which looks great in our deck with all these cheap artifacts. And Power Stone, Dimir Signet, I would be happy to play those too. Spellseeker could get better. It's actually not good in our deck right now, but I do love Time Twister in these decks. This deck is shaping up to be pretty strong, I would say. Here's yet another Mox. Yet another 0 mana costing artifact. It's good with Tinker because you can play it and not imprint, and then just sacrifice it, unlike Mox Diamond. And then it's not really competing with much in this pack, so I'll be happy to take that. Now I can take Dark Ritual, which would be the first black ritual effect. And we're really looking for Past in Flames and Yogg-Will, especially Yogg-Will because I have Lion's Eye Diamond. Trinket Mage is definitely fine in this deck. It can fetch. Has 5 artifacts it can fetch. I don't know if I've ever had that many Trinket Mage targets. It's kind of interesting. Is Trinket Mage just better than Dark Ritual? I'm actually not sure about that, but I really like the ritual effects. Although, like I said, we do need to find ways to reuse them from the graveyard. Although, I mean, I do have Underworld Breach, but that doesn't go too far. I could take Golgari Signet or Hangerback Walker, both good to sacrifice to Tinker. I'm going to take the Garrick out of the deck. I don't think we're going to play that. A Braid would be fine, but I don't think I need to take that effect highly. I think I'll just keep taking mana. Now there's Mana Flare, which we don't have the untap effects yet for it. It would still be fine though. It's really good with artifact mana too, because then you don't have to tap your lands to play it, and then your lands make double the mana. And now there's 2 good Tinker targets, Sundering Titan and Inkwell Leviathan. The one I prefer is Inkwell Leviathan. Wonder what's more likely to table out of this pack. The artifact creatures or the Mana Flare? I think I'll take the Mana Flare. See if one of the artifacts will wheel. We're really missing land fixing at this point. But here's Manamorphose, which does help with that, and I really like this card. Okay, we did get the Mind's Desire, but yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking correctly in the first pack. I don't get to take 3 cards from that pack, of course, so I have to choose between Mind's Desire or Pyretic Ritual. I guess I'll take the Pyretic Ritual. I'm not sure about that one. Baral. Happy to get Baral. And yeah, Power Stone too. So this is just becoming a very big mana artifact deck. Probably won't play Basalt Monolith. The Tinker is not really playable yet, and we have Ignite Memories as the only win condition. And currently we don't have a great way to splash black for Dark Ritual, but we don't have to play black unless we get some of the important cards like Yogwill, Demonic Tutor, Tendrils of Agony. Okay, yeah, and we got the Inkwell Leviathan last pick, so at the very least I can Tinker Inkwell Leviathan, and this will be good against blue decks. Wow, another amazing pack. There's a Mox and a Time Walk. I'm going to take the Time Walk. It's really good with Underworld Breach. So that's going to be pretty fun to try. It's good with Tinker Inkwell Leviathan too. I am really looking for the Brain Freeze. That's what we need to like really go off with Underworld Breach, so we like mill ourselves and then you can escape a bunch of times. So we haven't quite gotten there yet. This is an interesting spot. I think I should just take Karn. Karn is like insane with all of our Mox Pearl, Soul Ring, Pro Mox, Signets. Maybe I can even play Pia and Kira and Nalar, which you don't usually play in Storm. But Karn is kind of just really good with this fast mana. Then I would play Talisman, Wishclaw Talisman, but like I said, the Black Splash is really not coming together yet. Okay, there's Past in Flames. That's definitely going to be good enough to take. Splinter Twin's probably coming out of this pack. I even forgot to check if the Pester might wield, which it did not. But yeah, we ended up in Storm anyways. So here's Ponder and Past in Flames, both of which are quite good. And Seagate Stormcaller, which would let us copy the Time Walk, but I don't think I'm going to take that. So this is a pretty tough pick. I think I'm going to try to wheel the Past in Flames. I don't think anyone else is playing Storm. I've wheeled every Storm card so far. So that's kind of risky, but that's what I'll do there. No Bolas' Citadel yet, which is too bad. Mere Battlesphere, just another artifact I can win with. It really powers up the Karn constructs, which is cool. Or I could take another Signet. Memory Jar, Memory Deluge, both decent. I do have 2 draw 7s already, though. I think I'll take the Signet just because I'm still hoping to get some good black cards. Okay, we've mostly missed here. High Tide, this is not really the deck for High Tide. I'll take this Thieving Skydiver, we might need it in the sideboard. There's Emrakul, but yeah, we're not really casting Emrakul. So I guess we take Turnabout. Does go with the Mana Flare. Hullbreaker Horror. This is a good Hullbreaker Horror deck. I have lots of artifacts to go infinite with it. Wonder if that's what I want. It's good with Time Walk too, because you can just win with the 7/8. Yeah, I'm kind of getting desperate for win conditions now because all I have is Ignite Memories and Inkwell Leviathan. So I could take another mana card here, which would be kind of average. Incinerate. Dark Typhoon. I think Ancestral Vision is fine here. Expansion Explosion. This card could be decent. And then I'll take the Chalice. Gives a little more flexibility of the Signet, even though the Signet gives red mana. Got the Past in Flames back, but yeah, this is actually just not really a Past in Flames deck now. Maybe it's still just good enough. Yeah, it's got to be better than Seagate Stormcaller, even though I would play Stormcaller. Okay, so yeah, the deck has evolved in an interesting way. Got the Desperate Ritual. Yeah, we're kind of like halfway between artifacts, halfway between rituals. So it's not the most streamlined deck ever. I'm going to have to cut a lot of cards. And maybe someone was playing Black Storm, actually. Because, yeah, we didn't see any of the good black combo cards. None of them wheeled, at least. So the Dark Ritual is kind of out of place here. And yeah, people were taking lands really highly, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, we're just not going to be able to run the Dark Ritual. This is going to be challenging to build this deck. So maybe the best way to start is just take out some of the fair cards. Like Pyromancer, Ia and Kira Nalar, Mere Battlesphere. We're going to go more towards the all-in Storm angle. And maybe take out one Signet. And maybe even Venser can come out of the deck. And then, yeah, Expansion Explosion. This might just be too cute. I do want to use it to copy Time Walk. And it's even a decent win condition, but I think I have enough other win conditions. Now I still need to cut a few more cards. I think the rituals are among the weakest cards, so I want to take Desperate Ritual out. I want to take both of them out. Maybe way to compromise is to take one more artifact out. Okay, I think I'll take out the Baral. Just because it can be removed easily and it does a similar thing to as the artifacts. Then I'll just play 14 lands, 1 Mox, 1 Soul Ring. It might be a little bit light on lands, but we'll try it out. Okay, we're on the play for the first round, and we have to mulligan. We have Tinker and Inkwell Leviathan, but we also just don't have lands. Now this hand looks good. I'll get rid of the Crow Mox. I might need to add one more land into this deck. This was tricky to build, I will say. Okay, we drew into the Wheel of Fortune. I'm thinking we will Time Walk and then Wheel of Fortune next turn. Wow, my opponent is off to a really good start as well. WoW and Tolarian Academy. They have so much mana. So how do I want to play this? Time Walk. And then just Wheel of Fortune now? Or I could Underworld Breach. No, Underworld Breach won't do anything. Okay, let's just Wheel of Fortune now. So I can start making some pretty big constructs. Could also try to win the game with Ignite Memories right now. But we didn't draw into any more Storm Count, unfortunately. So I can Ignite Memories for 4 here. Interesting. That might be worth doing. My opponent has Time Walk in their deck too. I'm assuming that they might have some 6, 7, or 8 drop artifacts in their deck, given what we have seen so far. So, or I can go Simic Signet, make a construct. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be very good. So I'm just going to go for the Ignite Memories, because I can always get this back later with Past in Flames. Okay, so we really did not hit there. But I think I might want to discard this Karn to Faithless Looting, actually. I didn't want to play the Karn and then have it die right away to my opponent's construct, or I could chump block with my construct. I don't find that to be very good either. Okay, they were not able to find something with Urza Saga. They have both of their 0 and 1 drops in play right now. So that's good to know. Yeah, they have so much mana. They must have some expensive cards in their deck, right? Wow, we're just dying so quickly to these constructs. Well, I will start by Faithless Looting. There's the Mana Flare. I guess I'm pretty much just dead here. Yeah, my opponent has had a very nice start. So I'll just try to survive here, and maybe I can draw Time Twister next turn, but that's kind of where I'm at. I need to draw something really good. And I'm dead to removal here, or a bounce spell. Witness on Time Walk, okay. Now I see why they're playing blue. Or no, green rather, but okay, that's gonna win them the game. So I'll bring in the Thieving Skydiver just because it has so many targets. So it's definitely going to be good. And I could bring in the Expansion Explosion because I can copy their Time Walk, which is kind of cool. Inkwell Leviathan might honestly be too slow against this opponent. Maybe I just take out the Tinker Inkwell Leviathan package. I don't know, I feel like that is one of the best things I can do. Maybe Karn is slow here. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. It didn't look like they had lots of removal, so Baral will be good. What could I take out for Baral, though? Yeah, maybe I'll take out a Signet for Baral. Because if they can't kill Baral, it should give me more mana. So we're going kind of low here on win conditions. I've discarded the Ignite Memories. I've exiled the Hullbreaker Horror. But there's still ways I can get this Ignite Memories back. So I'm just going to play out all my mana, and I'm really playing towards one of my draw sevens here. And I do have the Ancestral Vision, which is coming off before too long. Okay, this is a good chance to use the Faithless Looting. Skydiver. So do I want to wait on the Skydiver, or do I want to just take the Mox Ruby? That is kind of a good question. But I think I want to just take the Mox Ruby. Just because hopefully I can use my mana next turn. Emery, and they find a Lodestone Golem and Batterskull. Okay, that's definitely a problem. Now I have Breach, which is not going to do anything. I'll have to wait until next turn. So storming off is going to be a little bit harder here because of Lodestone Golem. But my opponent has a fairly slow start. Batterskull is actually really good too, because that will make it harder for me to race. So yeah, this is actually... this game might be challenging. There's the Inkwell. I have 9 here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 8. I can Inkwell next turn. No, non-artifact. Okay, yeah, so I think I can Underworld Breach Ancestral Vision here. Okay, no. Cannot Underworld Breach Ancestral. Okay. But I can cycle this Triome. So I'm going to have to play the Leviathan as a blocker and just let it hang out in play. Yeah, my deck is a little bit lacking in interaction at this point. And my opponent is holding up mana, but I am just going to play the Leviathan. Did I miscount my mana last turn? Because I have 10 right now. Oh, no, that's right, because I had to tap 1 for Ancestral Vision. Okay. That's what happened. Okay, so that did resolve. So now we'll see if I can wait them out. And eventually win with the Ignite Memories. Okay, yeah, they are playing an Upheaval deck. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. Nissa. Yeah, that was just an insane Upheaval turn. What am I going to get rid of here? The World Breach. It's kind of bad at the moment. It's a little bit slow. Okay, I'm taking 11, 12. Yeah, I think I'm just going to be dead here. Yeah, I really like my opponent's deck. They've got Time Warp, Regrowth, Time Walk, Eternal Witness, so they're just like a blue-green artifact infinite turns deck. So yeah, we just lost to a really good combo deck there. Good games. Here we are for round 2. And we're on the play. This hand looks alright. We just need some card draw. Thinking maybe this deck does not need Chrome Mox. Maybe I could take that card out. Because it does sometimes hurt to exile certain cards because we're hoping to replay them with Past in Flames or maybe Time Twister or stuff like that. Ponder, okay, that was a good draw. So mana plus Leviathan. I think I shuffle this actually. We're really looking for a draw 7. And yeah, we're playing against another artifact-based opponent, it looks like. They have 2 suspend cards. Okay, their hand is looking pretty good and fast against a draw 7 too, so that is not great for us. They're able to put down a lot of their permanents and suspend these cards already. Rid of a mountain. And yeah, let's get rid of Chrome Mox. Now we'll Time Walk. You need to be careful with Karn because they can exile certain cards. Then if my opponent's able to destroy the Karn, we won't be able to have access to those cards later in the game. So that does become a problem for Storm sometimes. But they gave us the Hullbreaker Horror. And it looks like they're just going to make a construct token here. So I'll just plus the Karn again. We find Tinker. They're probably not going to want to give us that Tinker. So we might have a spot to turnabout here. On my opponent's creatures. You have Retrofitter Foundry. Hullbreaker Horror is going to be really good against these tokens, though. It can just start bouncing them one by one. Or I can turnabout on my turn, generate some mana, try to have a Storm turn. I think that's what I'll do. I don't care if my Karn takes 6 here. I think I might actually want to just get a land from the Karn. Disenchant on my Simic Signet. Okay. That does help them, but it's not the end of the world. So there's the breach. So I have breach plus time walk now. So let's just start by using the Karn. So that was a bad hit. Don't want this Leviathan. I think I might just go for a value Underworld Breach here. Start by Faithless Looting. So the Signet, the Land, the Chrome Box. I have some good cards to discard in my hand. Some cards that I don't want. Okay, now I have Mana Flare. Interesting. Discard the Leviathan. Maybe I don't think I need the Lion's Eye Diamond. Now I can just play Soul Ring and just Time Walk. Now I might be able to go infinite this turn, but I do still need some card draw. Because I have Soul Ring, Mox Pearl, Hullbreaker Horror. So maybe we'll just go off with that. Let's see how this goes. I can get infinite mana. And then I think I can bounce infinite things after that. It's a little tricky how that's going to work, but we'll see. Get infinite colorless mana. This is definitely one of the worst combos to have to click through. So I can probably win if I find... I might have a deterministic win if I can cast as many cards as I want. Because I can use Ignite Memories. Oh god, I just clicked the blue mana. It was an accident. I may have needed that blue mana, but it's fine. I can just use the turnabout now. Okay, I think this is about enough. So let's just do the turnabout thing now. And untap. Play Karn. I'm going to just try to win with Ignite Memories. But I can also time walk here. Yeah, you just basically keep casting the Karn. The way that Karn works, you can get previous silver counter cards with it. But yeah, so you do get infinite bounces here. There's the Ignite Memories. So maybe they will scoop here. But so luckily I found the Ignite Memories, and I still have 8 cards in hand. Because it is definitely possible that my opponent doesn't have any converted mana cost in their hand. We will see. Okay, they do have it, and they concede. Nice, okay. Hopefully they won't make me click for 5 minutes next time. So definitely bring in the Skydiver again, because they have construct tokens and other artifacts. And let's try taking out the Chrome Mox. This hand is kind of like all mana and the Breach does nothing, so I'll mulligan. Put back the Inkwell. This hand is fine. It needs blue mana, of course, but hopefully we can find that. That last game was pretty sweet. I haven't gotten to go off with Hullbreaker Horror like that in Vintage Cube for a while. Okay, I guess we're playing turn 2 Karn. Okay, they're really all in on artifacts. I didn't know that. So do I want to... Yeah, I'm just going to start by making a construct. I think that's fine. So yeah, my opponent's hand is definitely making the Time Twister look bad again, but I think our deck is a little more explosive. I think our deck can win a little bit faster. But they are definitely good at deploying lots of permanents as well. But I haven't seen their win conditions yet. They must have like maybe an Ugin or Sundering Titan or something to cast off of this Metal Worker. Okay, hopefully I can hit an island here. Blend Lotus Bloom. I wonder which one they'll give. They do give the Lotus Bloom. Okay. So smart move by the opponent, recognizing that I don't have blue mana. But yeah, let's see what they do here. I'm going to chump my construct onto their construct, and then we'll see if they attack everything else at Karn. There's the Retrofitter Foundry again. Now, yeah, maybe they have something to bounce my construct token. That would be pretty good. Fairy and Batterskull, okay. Yes, so they used a fairy to get rid of my construct. Okay, so yeah, the Karn has not done too good for us here, and we're gonna need to draw into a blue source. All right, there's the blue source, and I know they have Batterskull in hand, so I can Ignite Memories. Does 5 damage, but Storm count is just not going to be high enough. So yeah, we're going to go for this. But we don't have enough to play Inkwell. Yeah, this hand is looking fairly weak. Pretty interesting, yeah. We are leaning heavily on this Ponder. I could have even Lion's Eye Diamond, sacrifice, and then Ponder, but that's maybe a little bit much. That would be a bit of an aggressive play. But the cards in my hand aren't really doing much. I could play Pyretic Ritual before doing that, obviously. But yeah, I need to find some more card draw here, or finding Ignite Memories could be good. Actually, no, okay, they have a new hand of 7, so the Batterskull, that's gone. Breach and Memories. Interesting, okay. I want to draw Breach, and then I want to... Yeah, I think I can do this. There's the Breach. Sacrifice this for blue. It's good. And then I can LED one more time. Now I ponder into the Ponder, Exile, LED, Land, and Ritual. Okay, we found Turnabout, but I don't have enough card draw or escape to cast it. So yeah, we're just gonna have to do this for 9, and that's not bad. This is above average, I would say. This might have like a 50% chance to win. Maybe even more. Oh man. Wow. Yep, that was not hand for us. We hit 7 0-drops, so what are you gonna do? And they have Lodestone Golem in their deck, wow. Facing more Storm Hate, so yeah. Now I know I'm drawing into 2 blanks, so yeah, this game is over. I have a land and Turnabout on top of my deck. And I can't cast Turnabout. I might want Venser just to bounce the Lodestone Golem, or even a Construct token. It might just be good enough. I think maybe I'll take out the Mana Flare. It has seemed not completely necessary. This hand looks pretty solid. We do need to draw into some action, but Skydiver and Venser should be really good in the meantime. Okay, yeah, not a great start from here. Heretic Ritual into Wheel of Fortune. That's something I want to do? Yeah, I think unfortunately it is. Our hand is just very bad. We would even be missing a land drop that turn. But now we have the Past in Flames, Ritual, and Wheel of Fortune in the graveyard. So that is a start. Okay, Karn is definitely a good draw. I'll start by plussing. Now we're in the dangerous position of having the Ignite Memories exiled, but they have given us the Ignite Memories, actually. So maybe that means they have Lodestone Golem now. They're not afraid of the Ignite Memories. Okay, Teferi, that's definitely pretty good, but nice, we drew into Faithless Looting. Now, I think I want to discard the Ignite Memories. Maybe a land. I think I need everything else. I think I just plus, because if I make a construct, it's going to be so weak, I don't think it even has a chance of pressuring the Teferi, so I'm just going to try to win the game. There's the Lodestone Golem. Which is definitely a problem. So what do I want to do? I think I want to just keep making land drops. Could even cast Worn Power Stone here. I kind of like doing that. This does mean that the Karn will die, but what do I want to draw? I think I want to cycle this Triumph. If I'm going to do that, I may as well Faithless Looting. Let's Faithless Looting. Nope, okay, that's right, I can't do that. Okay. We're gonna pass. I want to find like a Mox so I can bounce something with the Hullbreaker Horror. The Karn is going to go down here, but I think we may have just gotten to the point of having so much mana, and Ancestral Vision is coming off of Suspend next turn. I think we might just be able to win. A Counterspell is going to be really good for my opponent. And they can Teferi -3 next turn. Let's see what they have. Wormcoil Engine. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Sphinx, okay. Sphinx is a bit of a problem, but honestly, maybe I can just deck them here. Let's see how many cards they draw. I mean, I have Wheel of Fortune in my graveyard. They need to be careful. Yeah, honestly, maybe I should have waited to cycle that Triumph. Okay, I have to pay 1 here. Yeah, they have gone to 9 cards in hand. Yeah, it's really going to come down to how many counter spells they have in their deck. Because obviously, if they have some counters, they will have drawn into them now. Don't have much time left. I think I'm going to try to win with Wheel of Fortune, actually. Oh, okay, of course. This card can't be countered. I remember that. I could have played the horror at instant speed to block. Wow, Fact or Fiction. Do they have some way to, like, not deck out? So, yeah, I really just need to resolve Past in Flames Wheel of Fortune next turn. I'm wondering what my opponent can do here. It's really going to depend if they have a counter spell, or if they have some way to win right now. Maybe a Time Walk. A Time Walk probably is going to kill me. Cloud Skate to bounce the Power Stone. Yeah, it's really going to come down to, do they have a counter spell? Do they have a Time Walk? Something like that. I might actually not have enough mana now. I have 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I do have barely enough mana to Past in Flames Wheel of Fortune. There's the Lodestone Golem. Let's see what they do with Teferi. Might just... Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Did they just try to -3 the Teferi on itself and it didn't work? I think that's what they tried to do. Game log. Yeah, they tried to tuck Teferi, but you need more. You need it to stay in play to do that. Okay, well, there's really nothing I can do here. Except try to win with the Wheel of Fortune. Looks like it's going to work. They don't have 2 blue up. They just have... I think Remand might work here if they have Remand. Nice. Okay, well, that's definitely a fun way to win. Okay, go to the last match. Here we are for the last round with this interesting Storm deck. We're on the draw. I think I can mulligan this. It's slow for being on the draw. It has a 2-drop Chalice, 3-drop Power Stone, but it needs to draw like a draw 7 basically, and we're kind of far away from doing that. So I'll try to draw into one of our more explosive hands. Yeah, we can put Inkwell on bottom, which is perfect. Exactly where we want it. And yeah, this hand is way more explosive. Very similar to the first hand, but we have Soul Ring instead of Worn Power Stone, so that is way better. I feel like we've played weird decks every round this draft. Another Lotus Bloom deck. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Wow, okay. Time Walk, not a bad draw to go along with the Breach. Hopefully they don't have a fast Reanimate on this Ulamog. It kind of looks like they're playing Reanimator. Time Twister, okay. Another combo matchup. So I think I'm just going to Chalice and we'll just keep building up. Maybe my opponent is not playing black, actually. Maybe this is off-color Mox and they're playing like blue-green Storm, Mind's Desire. Or maybe it's like a channel deck. It looks like something combo-y. Ignite Memories could be decent. They have at least 110 drop in the deck. But I probably don't want to try to go off until I get the Lotus Bloom. So that's 2 more turns. We'll see. They were on the play, so they're going to get their Lotus Bloom. They'll have their chance to go off before I do. Hex Drinker, okay. We could race Hex Drinker. Okay, yeah, we just have so little action. I think I just wait till next turn. I could like Manamorphose, maybe draw one more spell, but no, that's not going to be enough. Try to go off next turn. All right, let's see what they have. They have 8 mana. Maybe 9 mana once they play a land. So they can't cast Ulamog, hopefully. But maybe they have some rituals or something like that. Oh, they are playing a channel deck. Okay. Yeah, so this is definitely a problem because this is going to take the high casting cost cards out of their hand. Interesting. It looks like they might just be leveling up Hex Drinker and then holding up like a counterspell or something. That would be pretty good, actually. But their life is going low, so it's going to be easier to kill them with the Ignite Memories, but let's see what happens. I don't think my hand does too well against a counterspell. Mox Diamond, okay, they took 2 zeros out of their hand. Just need them to leave something in their hand. I feel like they could cast anything right here. They have Lotus Bloom plus Channel going. Smokestack, okay. They're at 5 life. 3 life, and they play Oko. Make a food token. Okay, so they're effectively at 6 life. Alright, 3 cards in hand. Now I actually kind of like this position. They've done a lot of the work for us. I just need to play some spells here. It seems kind of unlikely my opponent has too much action left in hand. Reach, okay, that's definitely... Okay, draw. Ponder, now that's a really good draw. LED, Wheel of Fortune. They're at 3, okay. Want to just Wheel of Fortune? Seven, 11 mana. Just want to be careful that I don't lose to a counterspell. Okay, no, they're going to concede. Okay. So yeah, show and tell through the breach channel. I'm going to put in the Baral, take out the Chrome Mox. It looks like, again, it's a spot where they don't have that much creature disruption. I think this hand's too slow again. This hand looks good, and I'll just get rid of the Past in Flames. Looks like I'm just going to do a fast Time Twister with this hand. Wow, my opponent went to 4. Yeah, they have Ancestral in their deck. They are really mulliganing aggressively. Okay, I think this Power Stone is just too good. I have to wait one more turn to Time Twister. Wow, this is a great draw. What can I do with this? I only have 1 blue. Mountain, Pearl, and just Time Walk. Let's see. Chalice for 2. Yeah, this may have been one of our best draws yet. I'll just Time Walk. Now, Baral. Ritual. Reach. Wheel of Fortune. Here's Tinker. Can I go off with Hullbreaker Horror right now? I don't think so. Although I can cast Time Walk again. What do I want to do? I'm gonna play an island. I could Tinker and then Time Walk. kind of feel like that's not even the best thing I can do. And Lion's Eye Diamond, Wheel of Fortune, that seems kind of good. We want to tinker. No, I think I want to just keep waiting. Yeah, they're just going to concede. There we go. That's how the deck's supposed to play out. That was awesome. Okay, well, 2-1 with a decent Storm deck. That was pretty fun. Nice way to close it out. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next season for some more cubes. And Lions.